Chapter 1, and today we are going to start revision from this chapter, components of environment. The environment is basically, or you can say, everything is around us. Environment provides us air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. So, in that way, you can say environment is our basic life support system. Environment has two elements, natural and man made. So, natural means the whole universe is natural, and man made means which are created by humans. Natural environment we can divide into two groups, physical environment and biological environment. Physical environment means we are talking about non-living things like land, water and air. And biological environments means we are talking about living things, plants, animals. But man is the most important component of biological environment because who needs all these environments, because he needs land, water and air as well. The next topic is four spheres of environment. Another thing, biological environment and physical environments are both are interdependence with each other. Okay. Now here you can take the example man. Man is the most important component of biological environment, but man needs land, water and air as well. Okay. So in that way we can say both are interdependence. Four spheres of environment: lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. So we can divide into four spheres. So you can see here how Mother Earth is forms with these four spheres: air, water, land and life. Okay. The lithosphere means spheres of rocks, and the earth's solid layer is called lithosphere. The lithosphere is about 100 km in thickness. The uppermost part of the lithosphere is composed of rocks rich in silica and aluminium called shale, and below the shale layers the rock are mainly rich in silica and magnesium and are called sima. So you have to learn all these points in the same way because you can't change in this way. So lithosphere is that part of the earth which provides us land over which we live. It provides soil for the plants and is also a source of all the mineral wealth. The next one is atmosphere. Atmosphere is the sphere of air. Atmosphere is composed of a mixture of gases which forms an envelope around the earth. It's a gaseous envelope extending at about 1600 km above the earth's surface. So of the total mass of atmosphere, 99% exist within 32 kilometers of height from the earth's surface. So among the four major elements of environment, atmosphere is the most dynamic in nature, where changes occur not only from one season to another but also within a short period of time, or you can say a few hours. So these sudden changes produce changes in atmospheric conditions which affects our life both directly or indirectly. Hydrosphere means sphere of water which is present in ocean, rivers, lakes and other water bodies on the earth's surface. So planet Earth is known as water planet because of the abundance of water, or you can say this planet Earth is known as blue planet as well. The water bodies that includes river, lakes, seas and oceans cover 70% of the earth's surface. Okay, and these type of percentage can be asked in exam. The distribution of water is not uniform in both the northern and southern hemisphere, so it is estimated that 43% of the total area covered by water lies in the northern hemisphere, whereas the remaining 57% lies in the southern hemisphere. So oceans hold 96.5% water on the earth. So keep remember all this percentage. Rest of the water is available in the form of ice, water vapors, underground water, rivers and lakes. The next is biosphere. Biosphere means sphere of life. So biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between all the other three spheres of environment where all kinds of life exist. So most of the living organisms like plants, animals and microbes present on the earth are found on or near the earth's surface of the land, water and air. So human beings are an important part of the biosphere. They are capable of changing it. So you can say earth is full of diversity. That there is a diversity in land, soil, plants and animal. So this process of diversification has occurred largely over long period of time, resulting in the emergence of new species of plants and animals. And these changes create biodiversity on the earth. So the next paragraph is the Government of India has passed the Wildlife Protection Act in 1972. Keep remember this year when this act was implemented or when it act was passed to protect and conserve this biodiversity. Under this act, poaching and hunting are prohibited. Poaching means when you are hunting for a commercial purpose. Violation of this act is punishable crime under law, so it's not only the duty of government to protect and preserve wildlife, but all of us are responsible. Do you know also you can read because some parks are here, how many parks are presently? That numbers can be changed. So human beings as an important part of the environment are well equipped or exploit, consume or utilize different plants and animal species existing on the earth's surface. So it's the need of the present times that we should live in harmony with our surroundings. Means we shouldn't harm these animals or so we should make the balance between with these things. This will allow the earth to sustain all forms of life on it and to produce newer ones in the course of time. Okay, so that's all for today, and tomorrow we will start exercise of this chapter in the next video. Thank you.